Welcome to this Bite-Sized PD. The topic is tips for using ParentSquare to support online and remote learning days. The learning intention for this session is that you're learning tips to utilize ParentSquare in the case of an online or remote learning day, just so you can be prepared in that unexpected situation. The success criteria, you'll know you're successful when you can pick one of these tips to help you when you're preparing for that unexpected online or remote learning situation. If you're someone who utilizes ParentSquare, some of the tips, or maybe most of the tips, might be just a review for you. You're like, oh, I already do that. It's just things to be aware of that you can use ParentSquare for, because as a reminder, if you're someone who maybe use it a little bit, but ParentSquare is that online communication tool for parents and guardians. They can get communication through email, through text, directly through the ParentSquare app. So even though we want to trust that our students are going to give their parents and guardians all the information that they should have, this is a great tool for you as a teacher to ensure that that communication is aligned and correct to those parents and guardians. So here's the agenda for this Bite-Sized PD. I just came up with 8 different tips. And once again, if you're someone who uses ParentSquare, this might just be a good review of things you're already doing, or maybe there's something that you didn't realize you could put into your practice or maybe didn't think about. So tip number 1 is to share expectations for the day. So once again, we would want to assume that the students are going to be honest with their parents and communicate with their parents what those expectations are. Doesn't always happen. Like I have nieces and nephews. When I've asked them, what did you do today in school? Nothing. And surely you know more than nothing happened in school that day. So ParentSquare can be used as a way for you as the teacher to communicate with those parents and guardians. Hey, it's remote learning day. Here's the expectations that I have for the type of learning and assignments that students should be completing. So this helps provide clarity. It once again aligns that communication between students and parents and guardians just to ensure accurate information is being shared. It can communicate that purpose of the day. This can help students and those parents and guardians understand what exactly needs to be accomplished. And it can also help you identify what you want students to do or complete. So just being very specific, and with many of you using Canvas, it can be a great way to even remind maybe it's more middle school, high school that, hey, these expectations are also outlined in Canvas. Some parents and guardians don't always know to go over to Canvas to look for expectations. This can be a way to help clarify and even point parents into that direction. Tip number 2, use ParentSquare to provide links to resources. This helps demonstrate preparedness on the teacher side. So parents and guardians are seeing, wow, the teacher has everything set up and ready to go. This can ensure that students and the parents and guardians can quickly and easily locate whatever materials are needed without confusion. And this link could even be, hey, here's the link to the Canvas course, or maybe you go directly to the Canvas module or the assignment page. That way, once again, the students can go directly to Canvas. Students might know more how to navigate Canvas. Parents and guardians might need a little bit more directness. So rather than just saying, hey, go to Canvas, you could say on this Canvas page in this Canvas module. So when I say provide links to resources, it's going directly to those pages. This also reduces the need for families to search for documents, websites, or tools, and keeping the focus on learning. Once again, can help minimize communication. And then you can provide direct links to Canvas. For our elementary folk, maybe it's directly to Wonders, Savis, any other online programs that you want to ensure the parents and guardians know about and can help students get to. Tip number 3, provide tips on how parents and guardians can support the learning that day. It's a way to proactively offer solutions to typical issues like maintaining focus, managing time, or accessing technology. Provide some actionable guidance, helping the parents and guardians feel confident in their ability to assist their children. A lot of parents, and with remote learning days, some parents still have to go to work. So some students might be on their own, but some parents may be home and want to help their students and just don't know how. So this giving them that proactive, actionable guidance can help them. Share any specific tips to the day's activities or challenges, ensuring relevance and practicality, and then share strategies for encouraging self-directed learning while still providing support when needed. So just a way, like, how can parents and guardians help their students or be aware to help as our students are working remotely? Tip number 4, share information about how students can get immediate help. This helps remind students that you are still available, and even with parents and families, that it's a remote learning day, you're still working as well. Here's how you can contact the teacher for help. Maybe there are specific hours that are better, and how to contact. Is that via email? Is there a phone? Do you want to take phone calls? Is it through ParentSquare? Is it through Canvas messaging? This can help reduce frustration and once again can empower students to advocate for themselves. So as they're working on a project, if they come across an issue or a question, they can go directly to the teacher for help. And with sending this information via ParentSquare so the parents and guardians can see it, they also know, hey, your teacher is available. They told us they're available. Here's how you can contact them. And so that goes to tip number 5. You want to ensure that you are monitoring those notifications. Maybe make sure you are checking ParentSquare for any communication or questions coming in from the parents and guardians. If you're a teacher who has your students use ParentSquare, it's Student Square is what students would use. I think more middle school, high school teachers go that route, but just make sure you're monitoring those notifications to ensure timely communication, that you can address issues promptly, provide feedback opportunities. It's still a great opportunity, even though things are online and digital, you can still go through those feedback loops. You can still help students with their work. This can foster student and the parent and guardian confidence, reduces miscommunication, and then it can also strengthen relationships. It's a big thing when to say you're available, you'll answer questions, and to actually follow through with that. Tip number 6, if you're a teacher who utilizes Canvas and Canvas assignments, connect your Canvas calendar to ParentSquare. This is a way to provide parents and guardians, I think I wrote that weird, but it's how they can view assignments in one place. This does require that the Canvas assignments have a due date, and the steps to follow are here. This presentation is linked on our Bite Size PD website, but you'll see where you just step 1, get the Canvas calendar iCal feed, so that URL, and then you paste it into ParentSquare. So both of these links will take you directly to the directions on how to do that. So if you're a teacher who doesn't utilize the Canvas assignments, this tip is probably not for you, but if you are one that does and your assignments have due dates attached to it, just a way to have those due dates in one assignment, because once again, parents and guardians aren't always in the habit of going to Canvas to check on those things. And more than likely, they'll go to ParentSquare first. Tip number 7, this is a big reason why we like ParentSquare in this district, is that translation feature. So use it. So ensure that, or this enables that all families, regardless of their preferred language, can understand critical information about the learning day. It provides that equal access to expectations, resources, and support. It encourages participation by making the parents and guardians feel included and informed about their child's learning process. And as I've been mentioning on many of these slides, it can minimize confusion or misunderstandings that can be caused by language barriers. And it just ensures that we're all on the same page. And then with utilizing that translation feature, just a reminder, put everything in text rather than just PDF or image. PDFs and images can't be translated. So be aware of that with what you're putting into your ParentSquare message, just to ensure that what you're sending can indeed be translated. And then the last tip number 8, provide technical support information. This is just a way to proactively offer solutions to typical issues. As the teacher, especially if you've been using technology in the classroom, you tend to know some of the common issues that students might run into. So if there's any help guides that you can share to help troubleshoot some common issues, like for example, like my elementary folk, if you have kids working on iPads at home, if that's what they have, sometimes, pop-up blockers can be an issue, or just little things like that. Like you tend to be aware of what some of those common issues are. You can also provide the contact information to CSD's help desk if there's issues with like usernames, passwords, or even access to different programs. And you can even provide some information on how to locate a student's username and password on Skyward Family Access. One thing that's not listed on here, I know a lot of teachers, especially in the elementary world, I've seen them there, might have a list of like usernames and passwords for different programs that are used in the district, just by providing something like that so parents and guardians can know how students log into the different programs that they use. And so those are the 8 tips for utilizing ParentSquare just to support when it comes to an online learning day. Obviously, the learning's not happening in ParentSquare. It's using it as a way to help communicate, ensure that parents and guardians are getting accurate, factual information and any resources to support them as they're supporting their students and even checking in on their students to know what they should be doing that day. I wanted to share another bite-sized PD if you haven't watched it already. This one's more specific to using Canvas. This bite-sized PD provides 10 tips on how to utilize Canvas to support online or remote learning. And just like with the learning intention with this one, so you can be prepared for that unexpected online or remote learning day. And as always, if you ever have any questions, please reach out to me. My name is Camille Cole. My email is camille.cole@canyonsdistrict.org. And please check out our Bite Size PD website for more PDs that you can watch and earn that relicensure credit by filling out that Google form so we can award the relicensure credit on Midas. Thanks for watching.